Oh, that's right. Shannon doesn't have his headphones on. That means it's time to get fucking real. What it means is, I'm not watching anything right now. I'm just gonna do a little bit of an update. Yeah. So, this is coming out on fucking whenever it is. I don't know. But yeah. Hi everyone. My name is Shannon Olshuck, and welcome yet again to another update here on the channel. You may ask, why are you doing this update? Well, number one, it's in the title. You silly goofus. Read. You illiterate bitch. I'm sorry. I love you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'm sassy right now. Anyway, I just got done. It's so hot in this room right now. I just got done watching episode 4 of Pokemon Twilight Wings, and that is my first video I have recorded in a week. You may say, Shannon, why is that? Why did you take like a week and a half off? What's the dealio, bro? And to which my answer is, mind your own damn. It's literally not my answer. Part of this video is trying to explain exactly what was going on. Anyway, I will go into that in a minute. So that's something I want to go over. Why that happened. Again, I talked about this a bit in Pokemon, more than I actually wanted to. I was like, I'll talk about this for just a minute, but you also know me. That didn't happen. Fucking, I sat and rambled for 16 minutes. At least a little bit of that was Pokemon talk. But most of it was, I'm depressed. But you know, it is what it is. Anyway, yeah, so part of it's going to be that. Part of it's just going to be saying a huge fucking thank you to you guys, because we hit 900 this past week while I was having a breakdown. Yeah, like legitimately, you guys are insanely sweet, and I cannot thank you guys enough. There's like I was gonna say, and we'll go over this, but there's only so much I really can say more than I usually do, which is just thank you. You guys are fucking beautiful and amazing and sweet and kind, and I don't deserve the fucking kindness you guys give me all the time, and I can never thank you enough, whether it be, you know, on Patreon, or just watching a video, or liking a video, or commenting, or sharing it, or whatever it is you guys end up doing. Like, it legitimately means the fucking world to me. And, you know, I don't have the biggest world at this point in my life. Never really had the biggest world, but, you know, you guys make it bigger and bigger. And you guys fill it full of incredibly sweet things. And I can never thank you guys enough for that. Legitimately, thank you. I can never ever say that enough. Anyway, so yeah, that happened during this week of otherwise pretty suck events. And, you know, it helped lessen things a little bit, or bring things up. Lessen the shit, bring things up. But yeah. As of right now, I don't know if I have anything particular planned for, like, a special. If I do, it's not going to come out fucking on time. It's going to be randomly thrown in here. But I think I'm mostly saving big specialty stuff for 1,000, which is actually coming up here very, very soon, obviously, because, you know, that's 100 away from where we are currently. It's not true. It's 98 away, because currently 902. 10? Nope, just 902. But when we get to 902, no, I'm going to make that a subspecial too. 90210, that's 90,000. That's not happening, Shannon. You need to calm down. I'm just saying, when it does, though, I'll post my lewds. No, I won't. That's not true. Y'all remember when I accidentally almost posted myself with my shirt off in the fucking Pokemon Waifu Tier List video? I fucking did. And I had a mental breakdown there too. Thank God for YouTube's editor. It's not amazing, but thank God. Fucking, that was a trip. Anyway, yeah, so I wanted to say thank you guys. I wanted to... number one, there's another fun little thing. I say number one. It's number 3. Count, dipshit. But one thing I did want to mention, too, is because literally just earlier today, I was talking to one of my mods, my boy. He's a good lad. He ratted himself out really hard. He just narked the fuck out of himself. He's like, He did it, officer, as he's pointing in the mirror. That's really great. Basically went and like, hey, there's an exploit for the Patreon thing. You can get to all those videos that you have put up behind your like paywall thing. Anyone can do that. You're a dumbass. He said it a lot nicer than that. He wouldn't tell me what it was. He just kept being like, if I tell you, we promise you don't take it away from me, because I really want to watch these videos. This is really, really great. I did have to do it because I ended up figuring it out on my own, because it was like, you wouldn't fucking tell me for a minute. So I was just like, fuck. It's because I keep putting everything in the playlists, isn't it? Because as soon as I would put them to go live on Patreon, I would also put them in the playlists for all the videos, so you could access the playlists and get to every video that was locked behind anything. So like if earlier he had already watched like Grisai episode 74, which had just come out today or whatever, as of yesterday when I was recording this. I'm recording it now, but yesterday when I did the thing with the stuff. But yeah, so literally did that. That's not. I fixed that. So I'm sorry for anyone who was sneaking by with that, but you got ratted out. I could tell you was a little bummed by it. This fucking thing. Anyway, point is, that happened. So that is no longer a problem. I will be waiting until they go public to put them in the playlists, because Shannon maybe will be smarter this time. The worst thing is too is like I legitimately thought about that when I first started doing it. Is like, if I do this, don't these show up in the fucking playlist? Fuck. And then I just forgot about it and didn't care. And then it got pointed out, and then I figured I should probably actually do something about that. Because, like, and again, I don't want to, it's not to, like, bully people and keep people out of it, or, like, to force people to pay or some shit like that. But, like, if people are going out of their way to give me money for shit, not even for that, but just to be nice to me, god damn, I feel like I gotta do something for these fucking people. Like, please, Jesus, let me do something. Anyway, so that's that. On the topic of Patreon as well, before I get into what happened this week, don't worry, it's all terrible. It's all garbage. It really fucking sucked. But anyway, I need to take a fucking drink after this too. Already forgot what I was talking about. Other thing on Patreon, Pokemon, which I just recorded. I'm gonna try something a little bit different with that one too. Obviously, if you paid attention, on the Kaguya-sama Love is War episode, I basically wanted to try something a little bit new here and see how it works out. I haven't gotten to actually continue testing it because I haven't got the second episode recorded yet because my week sucked and my brain broke. But you know, but damn it. Anyway, but yeah. I wanted to try a new thing where basically from this point on, what I would like to do is the first episode of any new series that I'm doing. I don't know if it's going to go for games as well. Probably should go for games as well. But at least definitely for like anime and reactions and stuff. The first episode of any series. I'm sorry that I look fucking homeless, by the way. I could have shaved today. I didn't. Because I didn't give a fuck. Because of that thing all this past week. I'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, so, like, I wanted to try something a little new, and I wanted to basically, the first episode of any new series, I just want to make it go public right away, all like it used to. Basically, just, the idea, I guess, is to whore yourself out as best as possible. To get as many eyes on something, you know, right out the gate, and then, you know, you work on it from there. But just so, you know, I don't know, put it all out at once for the first episode seemed to be reasonable, and then move on from that point. I don't know. That's what I think I want to do. It's a little convoluted. But so am I. Yeah, so anyway, that was what I wanted to do with Kaguya, and that's what I would like to continue doing, and because I think it worked out well, and I'm going to try doing more. What? Anyway, so there's that. But the other thing I kind of wanted to try is because something that people did mention to me, like request to me ideas for things that I could do and stuff. One of them was doing picture-in-picture stuff. Specifically on Patreon, because you can't do that on YouTube. There's no fucking way. Get out of your goddamn mind. Yes, to the person who was asking me to upload Anohana onto YouTube, I can't do that. I'm very sorry. I cannot do that though. Nope. That's not possible. That's not happening. I don't have that control. I am not the wonderful Wizard of Oz. I cannot help you. I'm sorry. I can't remember. I think Crunchyroll has it. If you can get on there, I would recommend it. Does Funimation? I don't know. Sentai Filmworks. I actually don't know who did it other than I'm pretty sure it was on Crunchyroll back when I was watching it. You're not watching this video, but I thought I'd mention it anyway. Point is, like, you can't do that on YouTube, especially in like I tried to do kind of a picture-in-picture thing with Pokemon Twilight Wings when it first started, and the Pokemon company properly dropped a sledgehammer on that shit. Thank God for a block. I hate a block way more than I hate a claim. Claim is the best because, like, I don't fucking care. Take it. I'm not making anything. Just take the fucking thing. But like a block, it fucks the whole video. Could be worse. Could be death. But you know, it is what it is. But anyway, so I ended up kind of doing a weird, finagly, bullshitty way to get around it. It's trash. It's no better than the fucking timers. Let's just use the fucking timer, which is actually what I'm doing for this next episode, which should be coming out today as well. I think is also just going to be a timer, like how I kind of usually do everything else. Obviously, it doesn't really have subtitles. Actually, maybe I will use the subtitles. There's a subtitle version. I don't fucking know. I don't care. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so anyway, the point was, that was something that had gotten mentioned to me a good few times, and I always felt a little weird about it. The biggest thing that feels weird to me about it personally is I really have a problem with putting something that very clearly isn't mine behind a paywall. That seems really kind of uncouth to me. I'm not going to place any judgment for anyone else who does it, but for me personally, I don't like that feeling. It feels grody to me. It's why, like, even with, like, the Ruby thing, I absolutely have no interest of doing that until it goes live for everybody. Like with the first members thing. Like, I specifically pay money to RT for their subscription service so that I can get that, and so do plenty of other people. So me putting it behind another thing for myself seems kind of gross. And just for anything that someone else is making, like when it's just the subtitles, for me, that's where it becomes fine because I'm barely putting anything in there. It's just enough to get you guys incentivized to go get your own goddamn thing and watch it along with me. Because if you watch my videos without syncing anything up to them, you're crazier than I am. I say that with love, but you need to be stopped. You're a criminal. You're an animal. You're a wild beast. You must be put down. Anyway, the point is, what is the point? I have no idea. Point is, it personally feels really, really weird to me to put picture-in-picture video of something I clearly don't own, didn't make, I put no effort into. Like, I put effort into mine. Like, it's not a ton of effort, clearly. But like, I do put myself into these videos. Trust me, it's a very me videos because, let's be real, my intros are longer than the episodes most of the time. I think it's a very me experience, and that's why some people really don't like it. And why some people weirdly love it. Yeah, so, you know, that doesn't bother me as much. If it's just subtitles and a shitload of me, far as I'm concerned, let's be real, I own this. That's me right there. That's good. But yeah, putting picture in picture and then putting that behind paywall seems really weird to me. Again, I won't place blame on other people, but for me personally, I don't like it. So I don't want to do that. What I might try doing instead, though, is I might attempt to see how it goes if I just put that up on Patreon alongside it, or put it up normally for like a timer base, kind of like with Ruby, I think is how I'm trying to describe it. Put it up normally timer based on Patreon and YouTube, and then once it goes public, then also have like a picture in picture, like if that makes sense. Obviously only on Patreon for everyone, but only on Patreon because fucking I obviously can't do it on YouTube because they will stomp on it. Yeah, so it's something I've been thinking about. I don't know exactly how much it's gonna go down. I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know how it really do. But I'm gonna fucking try, I guess. We'll see. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If it does work, maybe we'll do it. Or maybe we won't still, even if it does work, just because it makes me feel weird. I don't know. Because while it definitely does feel less weird, if I'm not, like, asking you to pay for it, because that, again, feels really weird, still does feel slightly uncomfortable as a creator putting stuff that I didn't own into something else, too. Like, when someone gives express permission for that shit and encourages it, like, that's one thing that's really nice about, like, Rooster Teeth is they are super big on, like, fuck yes, react to it, put your fucking face on it, man, let's do this. Like, they're big on that shit. So, you know, that feels okay. It feels less okay other times. You know, I don't know, it's we'll have to wait and see. I'm gonna try and experiment with stuff. If I like it, if I like it, I'll go with it. If I don't like it, I won't. I guess that's best how it's gonna go. I'm sure everyone will like it, but I gotta figure out stuff for me as well. Anyway, so that was stuff I wanted to get through with Patreon and stuff like that. Do I have anything news-wise with game? I don't know why I said games specifically, but anything on the channel? No. Really? I guess I just want to say, hope you guys are enjoying everything that we have going on. The one thing that does suck, is we have a lot of stuff going on right now, and that's really, really cool. But it also means shit comes out weirdly and kind of distant from each other, which isn't amazing. I don't love that. But I do love having a lot of stuff going on and not feeling overwhelmed by it, which is something I felt in the past. I think that's mostly due to having a looser schedule, being able to hit it whenever I really need to, and obviously with quarantine that really helps, because one of the big things that got in the way is having a job, and I don't have a job right now because the world's fucked. But I hope you guys are safe. By the way, take care of yourselves. I love you all dearly. Again, don't lose your whole ass minds, but take care of yourself. And if you, for even a moment, and I say this with the utmost of love, even for an instant, think, I'm going to go protest in the streets with a bunch of other people, because this isn't really as bad as everyone thinks. Sit down, shut up, and watch some anime. Please. Please, for everyone. Not just for you. For everyone. Please. It physically hurts to know that I know some people who are like that. And I'm just like, I will probably die if I catch that. You realize that, right? Do you just not give a fuck? Is your fucking freedom's worth me? Thanks, ass. People are awesome. You guys are. But yeah, seriously, don't do that. Take care of yourselves. I love you all dearly. Fuck. Okay. Now let's talk about this. Did I want to talk about anything else on the channel? No, like, again, I didn't really have any say on anything on the channel other than just I'm glad people are enjoying stuff. the Animal Crossing thing that did win as well as it did blew my fucking mind. I legitimately thought like 2 people were gonna watch that, and they're like, "Hey, this has more views than half of your videos on your channel." I'm like, what? I just made a really, really good pun, but it was a pun, and that was basically the whole video. And I think, if I remember correctly, I gave Timmy Kyle's voice. And Tommy was like this. He was awesome. And then fucking Tom Nook just sounded like a weirdo. Anyway, point is, I'm really glad people enjoyed that. I'm glad people enjoyed Resident Evil 3, the first episode of that as well. Not nearly as much. Again, that blew my fucking mind how weirdly well Animal Crossing went. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying that. I hope everyone's enjoying Fire Emblem who's into that. Again, that's definitely not my most popular series, but is easily one of my favorites. I fucking love that game so much. Again, I've been sitting on like 20 plus recorded fucking episodes for a while now, and it's just getting to the part where everything got really, really sad. So I hope you guys are enjoying that. Well, I'm finally sitting on the other end of that where it's slightly less sad. Just the slightest ounce of maybe it doesn't suck so much. Nope, everyone's still trying to kill each other. Nope, war's still happening. Awesome. Hey kids, how you doing? Anyway, point is, it's a fucking, like, again, it's like the least watched series on the fucking channel, but it is, I love it so much. And I will not stop. Anyway, so there's that. Fucking, yeah, I hope everyone's been enjoying, like, We Never Learn, obviously, has not been getting a massive amount of love, but I've still been enjoying the series a lot. Your Lie and Ichijo's been going along. Remember when I said it would be funny if I finished Your Lie in April, and it's the 22nd of April? Haha. Yep, I'll nail that. Got it. Punctual, they call me. Anyway. Fucking hell. Yes, that's all going there. You guys know we have lined up in the future. Should I talk about kind of what I have planned for a special? Nah. I want to make it be a surprise when we hit 1,000. Yeah. Why? I just have Kira now on my desktop, looking at me all sassy like. I mean, I like it, but also, why you gotta be like that, baby girl? Anyway. Cat ears and a maid uniform. Point is, let's talk about some less fun stuff. Yeah, so this past week, there's a few days where kind of nothing came out. And that is because the night after I watched episode 1 of season 2 of Kaguya-sama Love is War, which I haven't gotten to watch episode 2 yet. I will be watching that, I think, tomorrow. I think I've hit my limit as to what I'm going to be able to record tonight with this one. But the night after that, again, if you guys know anything about me, I have depression, and it's not awesome. And it usually upticks a good 2-3 times a year. 3 is pretty extreme, but 1 to 2 times a year is the normal. I think 2 seems to be kind of the sweet spot. Kind of in the beginning and towards the end. It just flares up a little bit. Obviously, a lot of you will remember last year, at the end of the year when that happened, which that happened compounded onto other shit too, which just completely fucking took me out for a while, and I just kind of had to be done with what we had going on at the time. That was why we took the break from Madoka and Made in Abyss, and eventually dropped Made in Abyss. And paused, erased, and swapped over to like K-On! And Laid Back Camp and Nichijou and stuff. But yeah, no, so that was kind of where it was last year. And then this year, it was this past week. Like, again, the day after I watched that episode, I kind of just got completely taken the fuck out. And it really, really sucked. Like, it's something I can get through. I can deal with the depression. It's just, it's that dull pain in the heart and the head, and you just kind of, you can't do anything. You don't want to do anything. You're just out. You want to just lay in bed and sleep all day. You don't want to do anything. And yeah, it pretty much just took me out. And again, also made you very sad. Yeah, so that basically is what happened there. And that went on for a couple days. And after a minute, it started to get a little better. I'm like, again, they're still not perfect. Like, even right now, I'm still not perfect, but I'm good enough to get in a video. It's nowhere near last year. With one exception to that. Anyway, so yeah, I got taken out for a few days. And it started to get better for a minute, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll be back to videos tonight. And then maybe a good 2-3 days after that had happened, I had a massive panic attack. The first one I've had since I was in high school. And again, I've talked about them before, especially in like Versailles. I talk about them all the time and stuff. I talk about all the fucked up shit that I've had to deal with, and stuff like that. And like, again, I definitely don't have the worst life in the world, but it's not been perfect, I guess is a way to describe it. But yeah, so like I've talked about it before, but if you've never had one, that's fucking awesome and amazing, and please God, keep it that way. If you have any control over it, I most certainly don't, apparently. But if you do, I'd keep it that way, because they fucking suck. They're just a horrific nightmare. Back when I was in high school, I had gotten a couple of them, and they were all pretty much for the same reason. I've talked about it before, but my stuff was like relationships and people, and how we interacted, and all the shit that eventually led to me not finishing high school, dropping out like a major loser. A lot of that stuff, fit into that, and affected my health and with the panic attacks and stuff, and that was kind of where that all came from. That wasn't what this was about, because I've moved on from a lot of that stuff, and I've gotten over it, and it still fucks with me. Like, actually, that the depression itself is still, I've noticed, based on that a lot. It's usually, I'll just get into a thing where I just start thinking about, my old friends and high school, and one or two people in particular, and it's part of the reason I kind of get taken out. And it sucks. It's not great, but I am infinitely better than I was before. Still not great though. Like with the panic attack, apparently. Again, I haven't had one of those since then, so I thought I was doing really good. Was for a while, I guess. And then, yeah, so that happened. The old ones were about stuff like that. This one wasn't. This one was... This week I've been feeling physically not awesome. Not like I have the coronavirus. But like my arm was all fucked up at one point. My back and my legs were achy as fuck. My stomach really fucked with me one day, the day that this happened. Like, just everything was not great. And that night, again, like, I had a really, really bad stomach thing. I kind of like acid refluxy, like just everything was kind of burning and like, and I couldn't really describe exactly what was going on. But something that in itself is not great, but it's not the worst thing. I was also completely fucking wired out of my mind. And I don't know if it was because I was drinking coffee, but I don't remember drinking any more coffee than I usually drink. But anyway, I was wired out of my fucking mind, and my mind was racing a bajillion goddamn miles a minute. I couldn't fucking stop shaking, and I was completely losing it. And then all of that kind of added up together with my brain taking a view of my entire life as it is right now, how I treat my body, how everything is feeling, and basically my mind just went, you're gonna die. You're gonna die now. You're gonna die. You're going to die. You're dead. You're dying right now, actually. Did you know you're going to die? You're not going to wake up tomorrow. Basically, that was what was going on through my head for an hour and a half. And it was screaming at me, and I couldn't do anything about it. I literally couldn't do anything about it. I could not watch something to take my mind off of it. I couldn't hug my goddamn pillow. I couldn't do anything to stop that. Because I couldn't stop my body feeling the way it was feeling, and I couldn't stop my brain from going, well, clearly this means you're going to die. You don't take care of yourself. Look at you. You've got fucking diabetes, or fucking you're gonna have a heart attack, or you got this is why your legs always get tired, this is why, like all these little things, everything that it could possibly jump on, it was doing, and it fucking sucked, because again, it was an hour and a half of that just running and me not being able to turn it off. I couldn't sleep. When I would lay down, it would get worse and worse because my body would start feeling worse. My legs would start to ache more and shit. Like, I couldn't do that. I couldn't run around and get anything really done. It sucked so bad, dude. Again, I haven't had one of those since high school, and I guess I kind of forgot just how bad those really are. Because, it's easy to say that they sucked from a distance, but that's an excruciating feeling. Anyway, I basically sat there like that for an hour and a half. I couldn't watch anything. I couldn't do anything like that. So basically I just kind of caved and went onto the Discord and like, hey, I don't want to freak anyone out, but I'm freaking the fuck out right now, and I literally don't know what to do about it. I'm having a panic attack. I don't know what my course of action is here. I don't know what to do. Nothing I do is helping. Fuck. And basically I did that. And then just a few of the guys dropped in and just said, well, first they were like, hey, do you know what caused it? Do you know what's going on? What's the deal? What's actually happening? And I could only tell them so much because I could only figure out so much about it. But anyway, I did that. And then we just kind of sat and talked, and we didn't talk about, what was happening or, my feelings or what was leading me to that place. We just talked about random shit, and they pulled me out of it just because me sitting there and typing and forcing my brain to focus on other things. Doing this, I turned on the fucking Furret Walk in the goddamn background and just listen to that on repeat for like an hour while talking to them and, trying to have things going on here and there. And eventually it just kind of knocked that out of my head. It wasn't nearly as I made it sound. But it dimmed it enough to where I could eventually go to sleep. And when I woke up in the morning, I still didn't feel good, but I felt good. I don't love who I am, really. I don't love the position I'm in. I don't love the fucking everything. Hate a lot of it, actually. There's a lot I do love. Don't ever take that too. I love myself infinitely more than I did when I was younger. Again, I'm clearly not perfect, and I talk about that a lot, but there's a lot of stuff about me I really, really like. I think I'm fucking hilarious. For some reason. I think I'm really fucking funny. I think I like talking to people, and my friends are cool, and getting able to do this stuff, and for you guys, and this shit makes me really happy, and I have family that I love dearly. There's things that I really care about and I love. Yeah, so don't ever give the impression that there's nothing there for me. But yeah, I have a lot of problems with my stuff. Fuck. I completely lost kind of where I was in that, but anyway, they helped pull me out of that, and I guess the biggest thing is I cannot thank them enough. I cannot say thanks enough to Dan and to Jeff and Zach and Drew, and I don't even remember who else all was there. And I don't even want to just keep it just to them, but just because they were the ones there at the time. But like, again, you guys have done so much for me in general. Like, again, I'm clearly, obviously not perfect, and I'm not completely stable in all the ways and shit, and I'm gonna have my moments, and if I can avoid ever having a fucking panic attack again for the rest of my life, that would be really great. But like, I can live with the depression and shit, but I can do that because of you guys. You guys have helped me care about me more than I ever thought I'd fucking would after a point. And I can never thank you guys enough for that. You guys are beautiful fucking people, and you guys are way too goddamn nice to me. And yeah, I guess that was kind of where I wanted to go with this in the end. I thank you again, because yeah, you guys have done a lot for me over the years. Whether it be people I don't even really know that much, or people I consider some of my best friends. You know, I didn't expect to completely fucking fall in love with these people as much as I did. Like, again, I mentioned them earlier: Dan, Jeff, Zach, Haley, Louise, Drew. Like, there's I don't know, there's a lot of really great people out there, and I can never thank them enough. I can never thank you guys enough. But I'll try. So, thank you. Anyway, after that night, I got to sleep a bit. I woke up the next morning again. I still wasn't feeling good physically, but mentally I was in an infinitely better space. Like, I could literally think, some die. I could literally hear the word die and not immediately fucking implode on myself, which I couldn't do. Well, that was the worst thing too, is like I mentioned, pulling up the ferret walk. That wasn't a joke. I did that. But the other thing I did is I pulled up the ferret walk, which apparently there is a version that has lyrics. Don't watch that if you're having a panic attack where the primary trigger is death, because that's not safe, apparently, because there's talk of death in it out of nowhere, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Of all of the... It's the ferret walk, motherfucker. Are you serious? Oh my god. Yeah. Anyway, like, again, you guys, if you guys have watched, especially like Anohana, if you guys have watched Anohana in particular, that is the biggest fucking example of hearing. That is my biggest fear. It is crazy too, because there was a point when I had a complete, utter 100% no give a shit for like living. Like, man, live fast, die young, doesn't matter. Like, I was really big on that for a point, and then it fucking, like that. I think it was when I started caring about me as a person, and I started liking life. I think that's where that started happening, is I realized I actually like these people. I like me. I like this shit. And that then became my biggest fear. And, yeah, it really fucks with me. So, like, it can really, really fuck with me, even when I'm not having a panic attack. Yeah, turns out when it's one of those, it is the most brutal shit I've ever been through. I've been through some not great shit. Yeah. Anyway, point is, I woke up, felt really good after that. Well, not perfect, obviously, again. I still don't feel amazing. I'm still a little down. I'm too lazy to go fucking shave my beard right now. Like, I just feel I look slightly homeless. But, I'm okay. I'm okay enough to get in videos. I'm okay enough to be like, hey, I'm okay. So yeah, that's all thanks to you guys and to the folks in the Discord for being so fucking sweet to me. Yeah, so I guess that was all kind of really what I wanted to say here. Thank you for putting up with another really long ass update. For a second I thought like, well, I already took way too much time on that random ass Pokemon video. Why would I don't know how much I'm gonna have to say in this one. Turns out, motherfucker can stretch a time limit if he needs to. I can run my goddamn mouth, can't I? Anyway. Yeah. So anyway, I love you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, I hope you guys have been enjoying everything, even though everything seems to be sad again. I've noticed that too. Like, again, Fire Emblem hit, it's on the sad train. Like, everything from this point on till about where I am in recording is just fucking sad. It's just depressing. Like, people dying, people trying to start wars and shit. It's not great. Fucking Grisaya is the saddest it's ever been, and it's been pretty fucking sad sometimes. Yeah, like, these last, like, 5 episodes have been just fuck. And again, with one of the few things that gives me the most comfort in the world, which is Michiru. Again, I joke about that all the time, but like, legitimately, that, I love that fucking character more than anything else, period. And yeah, so that kind of hurts. Love it if that started to clear up again. Anytime you want to get to happy ending their game, I'm with you 100%. But yeah, that was also the one thing that really kind of blew my mind, because I talked about it many times before. Is like that again. I bought the fucking body pillow as a joke, but like, it ended up being a great purchase for me, because it's something when I'm feeling down, or especially when I'm feeling like in my kind of depressive mode, I can just kind of hold on to that and fucking like hug it and close my eyes, and fucking it legitimately helps. Legitimately kind of just lightens my fucking heart a little bit. That didn't happen during the panic attack. That did not fix that at all. That didn't help in the slightest, actually. It actually made it much worse, because I started thinking about the sad parts of Michiru, not the happy parts. And it made it worse. And worse, and worse, and worse, and worse, and worse, and worse, and worse. So it was a thing. Like, I even tried to go back and watch those old Michiru compilations. My throat's all fucked up. Why do I sound like this? But I'm really dehydrated is what it is. Like, I watched those old Michiru compilations I made at one point, and I desperately want to make another one of those again. I think that's probably not going to be till I finish the fucking game, though. The route, not the game. That might be where I finish the game. I don't know yet. We'll still have to figure that one out. Though I did talk about in this most recent episode how I would desperately love to dub Grisaya, because obviously I've talked about how I want to dub Kato Shoujo before and DDLC before. I talked about that too, and like I realized, if I want to do that, probably got to play the game, don't I? All of it, not just the Michiru part. Anyway. Fuck. But, I went back and watched those, and those worked to a point. And there's like 2 little bits in each of those compilations for whatever reason that would just trigger shit for me as well too. I think it's like in the first one where I have the like zoom in with the weird color tint, and she's fucking breathing really heavy. She's freaking the fuck out, and then I realized, oh, this is just me right now. Fuck. Shit. Anyway, point is, even Michiru can't save me from that shit, apparently. Yeah, man. It's been a week. But again, I can't thank you guys enough for being there for me and just, being cool. I hope you guys are enjoying everything. I'm going to do my best to keep everything moving along. Things are probably going to be still pretty spread out, but, there should be stuff coming out pretty much every day. And that makes me very, very happy. Makes me happy that we have a lot of stuff going on, and there's a little something for everyone. And I get to have a ton of fun with it. So yeah. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end it here, guys. I don't have much more to say. Again, I think I want to keep kind of what I have for specials in mind a secret, at least until the time comes. Because I have a couple things in particular. But yeah. Anyway, thank you. I love you dearly, and I will see you guys next time. Whenever that happens to be. Thank you guys again for getting me all the way up to 900. The fact that there is 900 fucking people out there that for some reason, at least at one point, went, yeah, is astonishing to me. If I remember correctly, what is that, like 3-4 times the fucking amount of people that can fit in, that is legally allowed to be the occupation limit of my goddamn place where I work? That's absurd. It's kind of absurd. So yeah, thank you guys for being so supportive and awesome. Yeah. See, do I have anything else I want to talk about real quick? I guess we've almost had a complete full month of the Patreon being up. It seems to be doing really, really well. I can't thank everyone enough for jumping on there and, you know, yeah, you guys have been really sweet, and I hope you guys are enjoying the little, getting some use out of a little kind of the extra few days. Honestly, it's not going to be that different for anyone, really, but, you know, I tried. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys dig that. Again, anyone who ever wants to, the Discord is always open to anyone who cares. It's a really great place, even if it's fucking weird sometimes. It's full of degenerates, including myself. But let's be real, if you watch my content, then alpaca shouldn't completely scare you. Now, he scares me. Never mind. That's a terrible example. He can't be trusted. Anyway, just absolute degenerate. A great guy, but it just... I thought I talked about sex way too much. Anyway, point is, it's a really great place full of some cool people in there. People who genuinely fucking care for some reason. So yeah, if you guys want to hop in there, I'd love to meet you. There's that. Again, Patreon is always open to anyone who ever cares to. Again, you absolutely never have to, but the option is always there. It means the world to me. Do you have anything else? I don't think so. I think that's it. I'm sure I'll forget something and then want to be like, fuck, immediately like 5 minutes later and add something in. But, you know, even if I do, I'm going to make it clear right now. I'm not going to add anything in. I'm not doing it, Shannon. I'm going to go get some sleep. I'm going to go hug that pillow. Get some sleep. Because I kind of feel a little fat today because I got pizza. It was good, though. But I didn't actually get pizza. I got a sandwich. I got some chicken wings and some pasta. But I only ate the sandwich and like a couple chicken wings because I want to spread that out. Because, you know, try to save up these days. No one gives a fuck. I don't care. You just want to hear me talk about Michiru more. I want to smooch Michiru. I want to hug Michiru. I want to smooch again Michiru. I'll pat Michiru on the head. I'll hold her hand. I know that was really gross there at the end, but you know, like I said, degenerate. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm gonna go now. Toodles, zoos, and lemons, everyone. Bye bye. Ow. Ow. Got Makoto as my wallpaper right now. Miss Nijima. God, I want to play the Royals so bad. Should I waste my good food money in a PlayStation 4? I shouldn't. But I will eventually. Just not right now.